Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to Wayne's Outdoors, your outdoors freaks. It's Friday, it's 12:30. I'm back on Sinah, here for 2 nights, and I'm back in the same swim as the last 2 sessions, trying to get something started in here, trying to get some spots built up. It's winter, the fish don't really show. I've had fish from in here, so the chances are there are going to be fish moving in and out of the area anyway. No wind or anything this week. I have seen a few bow waves moving about. Again, might not be carp, but who knows. So rods are both out. Let me spin you round. Here's the swim. Both my rods are out. They're not out far. I've not got to worry if anybody moves into that swim over there. I'm not interfering with their water at all. Like I say, I've seen a few nice sized bow waves, so wouldn't surprise me. It's, it's light, it's a bit of sun. It wouldn't surprise me if they're up in the water a little bit, but I'm hoping they'll get their heads down. I was thinking about a zig. I'll see how it goes. I'll see how it goes. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit like. Please remember to follow me on Instagram, Dom Haynes Angler. Be much appreciated. I put out content every single week. Do my utmost best to, and I normally do. There's fish moving along that weed bed out there. I've put one spom and one catapult pouch over both of my spots, and I've prepped a third spot. Hopefully the bream will stay away and leave me alone, but I doubt that. And hopefully we can get into some of these amazing carp that are in this lake. I'm now going to get my spit sorted out, get my stove and everything out, get a kettle on, get something to eat because I am starving. I'll catch up with you all in a bit, or if something happens. What a difference in weather from the last 2 times I've been here. Got this all weekend. As much as I don't mind the bad weather, it's nice to have a break. Pretty sure there's fish moving out there. Welcome along, you outdoor freaks. Just a short little snippet. I just thought I'd put together like almost like a slideshow of fish that I caught last year. Obviously not many big ones last year. I only had 130, I think it was, last year. But I had a couple of fish last year that were real special to me. You know, size doesn't really, it's not an issue for me. So it sounds funny, doesn't it? But it's not actually, as it goes. But there you go. Size of the fish isn't an issue to me. Some of the fish have more of a meaning than that. It's nice catching big fish, obviously, of course it is, but I prefer more special fish, and some of these are special, real hard fought for fish. So I just thought I'd put a little slideshow together. So if you could please like the video, if you don't already subscribe, if you could please also go across to Instagram and follow me on there, Dom Haynes Angler, be much appreciated. Hopefully you enjoy this little slideshow. Goddamn tufties and coots, I'll get them. Get the old torch ready. Goddamn pests, they'll be back. Right, 4 o'clock. Just making some dinner. Steak, Cumberland sausage swirl, extra special, and mushrooms cooked in butter. Full fat West Country butter. Beautiful. Got about 10 to 12, I'd say, tufties out there now. So I'm battling them with the old tufty torch as soon as they come near. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's about 12, I think. Here they come, the little buggers. And there they go. 3 of them coming over, the others are in the background. Oh my god, it tastes amazing. Right, hopefully have a bit of luck tonight. Just going to eat this and catch up with you all in a bit. 5 o'clock now. It's definitely staying lighter longer now. I mean, it's still a lot darker in reality than you're seeing it, obviously, because the light's on, but still a few bow waves moving through. I shall certainly think about sticking a zig out tomorrow if I continue to see movement in the upper layers and it's sunny again. Should definitely think about putting one out. Meant to be quite cold tonight, down to -3 I think. Nice to see a couple of big dark heads come out. It's generally all you get this time of year. A bit of a head or a bit of a back. Find they don't tend to bosh as much in the winter. There's definitely fish moving about. Just hope it's carp. Hopefully see you before it gets light again. Nice and bright tonight, almost a full moon. Full moon Sunday night, so I should just miss it, but you know, it's pretty much there tonight, and it will be even closer tomorrow. If you believe that helps. Temperature's slowly dropping now. Oh, bit of steam there, me breathing out. Just had all them tufties out there, give them a blast of the light, and now at the other end of the lake. There's only 2 of us on tonight. Me on this bank and one of the bailiffs on the other bank. Expected more on, to be fair. With calmer conditions, no rain, no wind, normally brings people out. Maybe get a few tomorrow. Nice to get one tonight. Would be nice. Nice big old scaly one. Just had a beep on the right hand rod. Going to go and check that it's not a tufty over there. I don't think it is, because I'd be able to see them. Go and have a check. It's not a bird. Line's still in the clip. Just hoping it ain't bream. Could be getting breamed. Could have been a liner. Something going on. Something going on out there. Hopefully it was a liner, not a bream. It's about 20 past 6 now. I'll bring you back if anything happens. Just coming up to 9 o'clock. And the only downside of only having 2 people on the lake is the goddamn tufties. I've been picked up 3 times now, 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Now, I think it's tufties. They are in the vicinity when it happens. Could be liners, could be a mixture of both. Right, at least I know the rigs are going to be resetting out there. But I didn't put hardly any bait out there, so chances are, come the morning, they're probably going to have wiped all the bait out. I just wish they'd bugger off and sleep. They've got to stop at some point, surely. Morning everyone, it's 8:15. Got a little bit of a lid on the lake on my corner. It's the only part of the lake apparently. Someone's just been there and had a walk round, so. But I've broke the ice, it's only thin. I've broke it right through to where my lines can come out. Just broke it with my spom, filled my spom up with water and just kept flicking it out and breaking it. So I've got one of them wolf spoms. They don't open when you do that, so you can just keep doing it. You ain't got to worry about filling it up again. Put a bit of warm water on my reels, on my alarms. Loosened all them up. I could get my line out, but my reels were frozen. Like the drag wouldn't work. You couldn't pull line, the reels wouldn't spin. So they were all freed up now. Making a coffee. Bloke that just walked round, been down the other side of the middle, the other end of the lake, watching with binoculars, and he reckons he see one stick its head out on the other side of the lake down there. Have this coffee now and just keep my eyes open, keep my eyes peeled. There was definitely movement out here yesterday, absolutely. Definitely big bow waves moving through. Some of it had to have been cut up. You see that ice? See where I've broke the two lanes up. wasn't expecting that this morning. Seeing it was only -1, -2 for a little bit. I mean, obviously I know it's cold enough to freeze water at that temperature, of course it is, but it's because it's still, I suppose. If there was a bit of wind, a bit of movement, it wouldn't have done it. I think it's going to be milder tonight. Cold day, but milder tonight. Keep an eye on it. Last thing you want, getting a blimmin' fish and you can't get your line out of the water. Luckily it's not going out far. It's only about 1.5, probably about 2 rod lengths out, but you know, it's really thin ice. You break it with a spom easy. Anyway, I'll have this coffee, go watch the water. It's 9:45. Keep having to put warm water on my alarms because the rollers keep freezing. Another hour it's meant to warm up a couple of degrees, so I've had to put my rods up higher to try and take where the line, because obviously I'm fishing sort of a semi-slack line, almost as slack as I can with the bobbins I've got. I need some longer chains, and where the line is entering the water is on the edge of the ice, so I've raised my rods up, what, 18 inches, just to put that point of entry of the line in the water just out a little bit further. That weed and everything on that ice. That should melt off soon. I'm sure there's fish moving out to the left, but you know, past my spot, probably about 20 yards past my spot, there's like bow waves moving out there. I shall keep watching. Just gone 10:30. I've just been out in the waders with the net, using the handle and then using my spom to get the bits I can't reach, and I've just broke all the ice up. Just so that if I do get a fish, obviously I've got a lane to land it. It's not much showing. There's a couple of blokes walking about. They've been here since half light, probably 2-3 hours. Walking around the lake looking for, I gather, looking for fish, looking to see where to go, and you know, they're still looking. So all I can go on is the subtle signs I've seen, and there's definitely bow waves moving out at range, and just need them to come in. So I've not seen anything that 100%. As the light was fading last night, obviously it was out at range again, but I saw what I thought was ahead, but I wasn't sure, and a big load of rings, like a big lot of rings, a big disturbance in the water. And I watched and watched and watched and watched, and no bird came up. So, you know, it could have been. I'll keep watching, keep looking, keep my fingers crossed. Hopefully something will happen. Twenty to 3. Just had some beeps on my right hand rod. Line pulled out the clip. There's no birds out there. It must have been a liner or something. Could have been a bream, I suppose, but something anyway. Be optimistic. Nice little breeze trickling in down this way now. You can see out there. Nice little breeze, look, coming down the channel, down the middle. Another couple of hours before dark. Hopefully get a few shows tonight, or at least a show. See something. So quiet. Just coming up to 5 o'clock. It's almost dark now. Another half hour, I should imagine it'll be completely dark. Big moon tonight, almost full moon tomorrow night, so pretty close. Both rods have just been redone, fresh rigs on both rods and a pouch, catapult boilies over each one. Temperature's dropping now, hopefully it don't freeze tonight. It's only meant to be going down to 1 degree tonight, so hopefully it won't. Fair few more people here now. A few swims down on the right, quite a few down the other way I think now. Fingers crossed can have something tonight. Just gone 5:30. We've just had a fish bosh out. Not like in my water, but you know, a couple of swims down, but It's not that far away. There must be some fish out there to have one actually bosh out. It's a good sign. And it's only 50, 60 yards away, 70 yards maybe. One flick of the tail and they're here, so with any luck they'd be milling about round here tonight. The weather now is saying it's not going to go below 2 degrees tonight, which it pretty much is now. So fingers crossed it won't freeze again. It's 9 o'clock. I've just been down. I'm pretty sure it's looking like it's trying to freeze up again. It might be frozen again in the morning, that edge. I'll have to get in the water again. Hopefully it don't freeze up too much overnight. It's meant to be cloudy, and a little bit warmer. It just ain't materialised. There's no cloud at all really. Hopefully I'll have a reason to bring you back before morning. I'm going to get in the sleeping bag now, warm my feet up. It's nearly 1 o'clock. I've just got my waders on. Just going out to break some ice. So if I catch a fish, I can land the bugger. Wish me luck. far as I can reach. I have to do the rest of the spod. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Right, it's now 1:30. I've broke a fair whack of ice out there, but I can't get to the end of it, unfortunately. I can't see where the edge is. I flicked the swam out quite far and it's still landing on a thin layer of ice. I've been out in the waders, walked the margin with my pole all the way round, and then obviously used the pole to break the ice and to make sure that I was alright walking around, which I was, because I went out in the day today. I knew where I was going. I've walked a fair way out. I've cleared a big area of ice out there, but it's froze more tonight than it did last night, even though it's not as cold. I suppose where the water was still cold from last night, it's put a lid on, extends further out. I just can't quite get to the edge of it. I've broke up to where my sort of pretty much where the line enters the water. So with any luck, if I get a fish, I can play the fish down under the ice that's left. On the left hand rod. So with any luck, that's what'll happen, but if anything happens, we'll have to see. Can't really do any more than that now. Just going to check the weather and catch up with you in a bit. I'll just check the weather, and it's saying it's currently 2 degrees, but you know, the water's not saying that, so you wouldn't have thought it would have had a lid on like that in 2 degrees. Could do with a bit of breeze. There's just no breeze. If there was a wind blowing in, obviously it wouldn't, surface wouldn't settle enough to freeze, but not really a lot I can do about that. So time will tell. 6 hours time, when the sun comes up, I can see what I'm doing. But anyway, I've made a big old dent in it. I mean, it might refreeze, but you know, I'll give it a good break up, so with any luck it won't. We'll see. Catch you soon. Morning, you outdoor freaks. As you can see, well, it's 8 o'clock, you can't see that. As you can see, the lake's got a lid on. Pretty much 90% of this end has got a lid on. The area I broke off in the night is okay, that's free of water. I wish I could have got out a bit further. I'm just going to have this coffee, and then I am going to don waders once more and go and try and free up the rest of the left hand bit. Trouble with the right hand bit is I can't walk round as far. The left hand bit I can walk all the way around the margin, pretty much out of sight. All the way round is shallow enough to walk around and break the ice. Right hand side shelves off a lot deeper, a lot quicker. I can't do it there, so the right hand rod is going to be the annoying one. I'm going to have to get my get one of my dot spods, put some stones in it to make it heavy, tape it up so it doesn't open, and then use that to break the ice and just hope it doesn't get caught. I am now going to purchase a throwable icebreaker, a quad blade one. If I'd have had my throwable rake with me, not a problem, could have done it easy, but I haven't. So I'm just going to drink this coffee. As you can see, it's quite cloudy at the moment. It's like 3 degrees, so they got that completely wrong. Why why it froze up like that. Didn't go down below 2 degrees last night. There's no frost on the ground. I mean, obviously it got cold enough last night, it was a little bit, but there's nothing now, it's all freed up. So why the lake did that? If I'd have known it was going to do that, then I would have changed my rod setup and I would have put my tips down under the water. Hey ho, we'll sort it. Right, it's now 9 o'clock and both of my rod lines are clear. It took me what, 45 minutes with a spawn, didn't even have to don the waders. The other end of the lake, North Bank, East Bay, no ice, none at all. This end, complete lid. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Anyway, rods are free. Chip away bit by bit by bit with a spawn, and now I've got 2 complete channels free. I was going to do the bit in the middle and then I thought, nah, there's no point. As long as I can get the carp through, if I get one, play them under the ice, land them in the gap, don't need to do any more than that. Both sides clear. Just need to put the bobbin and that back on the right hand rod. Tighten. Go and do that now and then make my coffee. Fingers crossed we can get a carp from under the ice. There's a couple set up in twins over to the left, and bearing in mind the whole lake this end's got a lid on. Don't quite get what they thought was going to happen. I take it it's a leading rod. They've cast out through the ice, and now obviously I take it it's just a leading rod. It's obviously it's trapped in the ice. He's trying to get it back in and he can't. He's going to either putting a lot of pressure on his rod, so it's either going to ping free, shoot at him like a bullet, or he's just going to break it off. I hope for his sake he breaks it off. Should start melting off though. It's like 3-4 degrees now. 4 degrees I think, so it should start melting off. Bit of breeze picked up, it'll soon break free. There's a nice breeze on the other side of the lake. It's chopping through. Right, I'm confused what goes through people's minds. I'm surrounded by goons today. I've got the two on the left that have got rigs stuck or whatever, because they thought they could punch through the ice, which they did, but then couldn't retrieve it. Someone's just turned up and set up 2 swims down on the right, and I heard him say to a bloke walking past, oh, he's only fishing the day. He's just cast a rig out, level with my rods, but obviously further down, punched a hole through the ice, so he's carp fishing. He's punched a hole through the ice, and now his line is going to be laying across the top of the ice. How does he think he's going to fish? What does he think is going to happen if he gets a fish? I don't and like, he's an older man. He's an old man. You'd have thought he'd have seen conditions like this before and he'd understand. I don't get what's going on. How does he think he's going to retrieve his rig if he doesn't catch, and 2, he's just done it again. What's he doing? I don't understand what he thinks he's doing. Literally looked like he's just put 2 solid bags out through the ice. I don't get it. I'm really confused. I don't get how he thinks he's going to be able to get the fish in. Do you think the ice is just going to part for him? I don't understand how people think. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'm confused. Hope to God he don't hook something. Just gone 1:15. Still a bit of ice out there under the surface all the way around. The only place that's completely clear is the bottom right corner over here out of sight. It's where all the coots and that are, because it's the only places they can dive. The 2 chaps that set up in the swim to the left of me on the other bank, they were here for about, I don't know, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, until they realised that they just weren't going to be able to fish. They packed up. I don't know if they went somewhere else or they just went home. Can't decide when to fish till. Can't decide whether to give it until dark, fish till about 5, or a little bit earlier. I'll see how it goes. Obviously I've got prime spots under the ice, and where I did my rods on dark yesterday, put a pouch over each one. I haven't been dived on by any birds at all. Obviously they can't now. They haven't been able to all night. So, you know, I feel I've got good presentation with a nice little bit of bait on 2 spots under the ice, so there are fish moving about under there, want something to eat. Not going to be an issue for me to land them. I can play them under the ice. Nice big area clear in front of me to land them in. Looks like there's more free water out there than there is because there's overflow. I say the only clear bit is that bit down the end. You can see moving in that top right corner where them coots are. No one's had anything out, nothing's been out on the lake. There's a fair few people here now. See, full moon tonight, so there's a few on today. A couple have gone, some have turned up. But nothing's been out. Lakes, whole lake shut down. Apart from that one I see the other night. All them bow waves I see moving through Friday. Obviously I'm not going to see them now because of the ice, but until then, until yesterday, there was, you know, there was fish in here, there was fish here. Still in with a shout all the time. We've got rigs out, so see what happens. It's 3 o'clock. The tufties were out there in front of me a bit further out, diving around earlier, and well, about half hour ago. Something spooked them. Something spooked them under the water. So hopefully it was carp. Hopefully they're in the area. Might give it another hour, possibly 2. See how it goes. There's hardly anyone here now. A lot of people are just doing the day. They've all gone. I'm surprised. That's why it's a shame this is only 48 hour. So there's no one here in the winter. Could easily do more than 48 hours here, and that's not going to affect anyone. But rules are rules. It's all the old tufties coming back out again. It's about there where they got spooked earlier. Same area. They're diving on the. That's where Matey was putting his PBA bags through the ice. It's all defrosted now, so we ain't got to worry anymore. See, I can't fish that way. I can't fish out in front of me here because there's swims go along the bank like 3 o'clock. Obviously if my rods are pointing 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, that bank there, there's swims. My rods are angled acutely out to the left. Still in with a chance. 4:15 now, lights fading. Just making me last coffee. I think it's going to be my last one. I don't normally drink many much later than this. Started sorting my bits out. Just obviously what you can see, me mat and my sling left out. Everything in here is packed away. fingers crossed for a last minute bite. Be a nice way to finish the weekend. Right, you outdoor freaks, as you can see, it's pretty much dark. It's 5 o'clock, I'm all packed up. Another tricky little session, typical winter session really. Battle with the elements. Not really any fish showing, there's no fish been out. As far as I know, the last fish that come out of here are the fish that me and my mate had on New Year's Day. So, you know, it's one of them, innit? It's winter. So, thank you for watching. Until next time, Haynes Outdoors out.